Hi, my name is Arnold Danzig. I'm a professor at Arizona State University. I really have two parallel research interests. The first has to do with leadership studies. I have looked at a variety of education leaders, set up a program probably in the early 2000s. I received a large grant from the U.S. Department of Education to do a leadership and professional development program for educational administrators, and spent the next 5 years or so doing that. The other half, or the other leg of that research, has to do with family and community. And I guess I moved into leadership studies based on the idea of helping schools and the leadership in schools better work, or more effectively work with families, with parents. As part of that, we tried to tell stories. I really wanted to tell my own story, but it takes a lot of safety to be able to tell your own story. So I started collecting stories of families, stories of parents that in turn became stories of leaders, and then I've written about that. Part of the rationale for that came, I had a child with, a total care child who had a lot of needs, and therefore I felt a need as a parent to articulate those to the systems that were in place to help me. And I quickly found out that I couldn't do it all by myself, so I needed those systems. The desire to then explain the needs I had to other people became a desire to affect the leadership of schools, to listen to those stories, that personal knowledge, and then create systems that would be more friendly. So that's really how I got from family stories into leadership stories and try to meld those two fields. The business model of leadership seems to place a high priority on decisiveness and a high priority on efficiency, organizational efficiency, and leaders' feet are often held to the fire. They're held accountable, and therefore it moves them to adopt solutions which will both protect their jobs and protect their well-being, but not necessarily embrace the ethical commitments towards betterment or success for children. Children are not passive, they're not blocks of wood. They can't just be shaped as products to be spit out like a factory, in a factory model. So I'm trying to help leaders, current leaders and future leaders, begin to have a basis for relying on their own human judgment in doing what's right for children, rather than following, formulas or no discretion policies so that they can keep their jobs.